Hello there my YouTube friends, welcome back to another video. If you remember right in the last video, I was talking about the fact that I just bought some lightsabers from Henry Wu, the Fusion Reactors in Australia, and they came through. I said, yes, they're all working fine. I just having an issue with the Darth Maul one, and I needed to wait for some more wiring to come through so that they could reach, because obviously the wires you get with the ones that he does aren't long enough to reach from the top of me shelving units to the bottom, so therefore I had to buy some extra stuff to do that. That stuff arrived sort of late last week. Now today is it's bank holiday Monday. This is the first time I've getting a chance to come in and actually do it, because I've had a lot of stuff on over the weekend to try and get sorted out, which is still ongoing, but that's a different story that we'll probably cover in a different video. Nothing to do with figures, more to do with trying to buy a car. I now have them set up, so I'm going to show you them now. I bought the Darth Vader, if you remember, and I bought the Darth Maul ones. I definitely need to start probably buying some more. I've had them set up now for the last probably 10-15 minutes. There is still tweaks I would need to make to the wiring and what have you, so therefore if you can see, you will be able to see wiring sort of hanging out in different places. I haven't totally fixated that in because I'm not even 100% sure that's exactly where the figures are going to stay, but we'll be able to show you now what they look like, and I'll be able to show you what Fusion Reactors sabers are like compared to the sabers I got for the Grievous one, which is some of the sabers that a lot of other people have possibly bought. Show you the differences in them. So let's go have a look now. As you can see, it's harder to see during the thingy, plus obviously the light in here is going to change it slightly, because when I'm looking at it, that's a deep red. I'm looking through my lens and my camera here, and it's almost making it look like it's pink. And I can tell you now, it's not pink. It is a nice deep red, the way it should be. Yeah, and as you can see, the issue that I was having with the thingy, it is still slightly off skew, but not by thingy, because last time, if you remember rightly, it was just literally, it would fall straight out of his hand and it would fall down immediately. You can see where I've got the sort of wiring going through each side of it, going up the back of his arm, coming down. I've threaded it through his back of his belt there, just to give it that bit of a thingy to hide it, so that when you're looking at it from the front, you're not really seeing much at all. You know, there's very little wiring there at all on the front end. Yeah, and you can see it actually sticks out beyond the little thing. That's how long it is. Yeah, it sticks out. It's not quite touching the wall. I've kept it just slightly off that. You know what I mean? You see, it looks very pink through my lens, but it is definitely red, and that is still cold to the touch. Okay, so it hasn't heated up, hasn't dinged. And then you've got the Vader one, which again looks the same, but it's I'm telling you now, it's red, not a pinkish colour. You can see where the very tip is thingied, but if you look at these ones, you can see how big of a tip they have on them. Yeah, and that's these are your Fusion Reactor ones by Henry Wu, and I think it just looks absolutely amazing. And I'll probably stick a photo in if I remember to come back in later on tonight to thingy. If not, at some other point you will see a video or see thingies with them actually being showing them off in the night time, when it'll be even better again. Because when you look at it like that, and it goes to prove that on that one there, that I definitely need to try and get one for Obi-Wan at some time. That'll be a thingy, but obviously my first priority for me is literally going to be to get Ahsoka's. That's going to be the next one, to see if he's got the white Ahsoka ones in, and try and order them, because like I said, they're not exactly the cheapest things in the world, but they're not breaking the bank type thing either. You know, it's just a case of like, it does take a while for them to get here, because they're coming all the way from Australia, and obviously he's got to make them. So it took quite a while from when I first ordered them, because you remember I ordered them on the 6th of May, and it took right the way through until sort of a couple of weeks ago for us to get them. But I am definitely happy with them, that's for sure. And like I say, I just wish you could see the way I could see it through the lens. It's something it's not quite doing it justice right now. Because to me, it's a lovely colour red. It's exactly the type of red it should be. Yet through this lens that I'm looking at now, it's looking almost pinkified. Okay, so please do not fucking think that when you get it and it looks pink. It doesn't. It looks the right colour, and they're bright. You can see that they are a really nice bright thing in it. If you just pull back and you can see the whole sort of idea. It's like I say, it's very light because it's daytime here. You know what I mean? And through my eyes, it stands out a lot more than what it does when you're looking through the lens of this camera. But you can see just how much better it looks when you've got the sabers lit up, even during the day. It looks so much better to have sabers lit up than what it does to not have them lit up, you know. So I'm well happy with them, well happy with what I've gotten from Henry Wu of Fusion Reactors in Australia. Yeah, these look mint. I will be ordering more and hopefully eventually replacing all these ones that I got, which were meant to be for General Grievous. They were his thingies, but I just bought them because I knew it was cheap and I just wanted to see how they looked before I went about trying to sort of get the proper ones. But now I definitely think it'll be a long period of time. It's not going to be quick and easy job. It's going to be a long, patient thing you want to build them up, because I'm going to have to probably buy one or two at a time, do them, save up, buy another one or two, save up, buy another one or two until I've got them completed. I possibly would look at getting a thingy for him as well, so I can light him up. Yeah, because I don't think he would vastly thingy with a nice light up feature on him as well. But I think definitely she's going to be, if he's got the white ones now, if he started doing the white ones for thingy, I think she'll be the first one I'll try and pick up, because I think it would vastly improve her thingy to have that skull, that blades lit up. But there we go, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Just a nice quick-ish one for me, but there you go. That's what they look like, and I am well impressed, well happy, and they are very, very cool to the touch, which is one of the things that a lot of people are worried about. Yeah, and there is no sort of setup to like have them a lesser or more, because this was the ones for actually the Grievous ones. With Henry, I didn't get any thingy to be able to set or change them to anything, but they're cool, the thingy. And like I say, if there's anything happens with them, if anything goes wrong with them, then at that point in time, I would make another video to say. So yeah, but right now, they're working mint, they look mint. I am well and truly happy. So happy days. I'll get on soon and hopefully order some more with them. But that's my Fusion Reactors from Henry Wu on Facebook, and I believe on Instagram. So if you're wanting this type of stuff, maybe just go on, hit them up and get yourself some, because they look mint. In case some of you might be wondering how I managed to solve this little bit of a problem that I was having, a little bit of dilemma. Like I say, it's not perfect, it is slightly off, but you can't really tell anywhere near as much as what it was before. Now, I didn't use stronger magnets, I didn't change the magnets he had on there or anything like that. What I've done is used a little bit of a hack that I think somebody mentioned something similar to it, or if not mentioned this hack full stop, which is to use something that you use on wiring. If you're like putting two wires together, you would normally just put some of this stuff, which here it is. I mean, you might not be able to get it to home in on this thing, but this is what it is. So you would normally feed one end onto your wire, put your wires together, push it back across so it's across the middle of your wires, and then just heat that end up, to heat the whole thing up, and it sort of shrinks around the wiring. Now I didn't have to shrink this at all. It's literally this one, yeah, it's just a perfect fit. So put it over, I've threaded the wire through, like both sets of wires through, because obviously it was two separate things, so two separate wires. So I threaded both the sets of wires through this, pulled them across till the thing started to meet, And then after that, it was a case of literally pushing the ends on. It was slightly smaller than this one. I don't know, it was probably about that big. Threaded the hilt through one side, threaded the other hilt through the other side, pushed them in as far as they would go, and that's how I solved that little bit of a dilemma. Like I say, it isn't perfect, it says slightly off still, but it's barely noticeable compared to certainly what it was beforehand. So that's how I got round that little bit. And like I say, I did want to try and thread them through this thingy on his arm and thread it through his top and go down over, but one, this thing here only has just enough room for the bloody peg to go through it, so I couldn't exactly thread it through there, and trying to get it through the sleeves as well was just going to be a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So I thought, no, I'm not messing around with it. I'm not going to chance the wiring breaking when I can literally do it like that, and then sort of from here you can barely see. And if I wanted to, really, I could probably get some sort of like a cable tie and put like a little cable tie into there where you might not notice it that much, because I've got black cable ties like you can see there, which are very, very thin and very, very small. And I haven't cut these down yet because, like I say, I don't know whether that's exactly where the wiring and everything's going to go, because I've got them leading right from the bottom. So that one is like that one there is like an extension wire. It literally is that long. It went all the way to the top, and then I've got it thingied into this thing behind this, which that's basically goes there, and that basically covers that thing there behind it, which has got, you can see all the wiring from his sabers into it. And there's still room for more back there, but it's like sort of pretty much hidden behind that thing, so it's not too bad. And you can see the wiring goes all the way down, but it's that long that it's doubled over, and it still comes all the way down to below here, I believe it is, where it's doubled over. You can still see like where the wires are there, but again, I'm not changing them out or moving them or thinking them until I know for a fact that this is where they're going to be. Plus obviously I don't want to do that anyway, because eventually I'll be trying to change those sabers out, so it's a case of need to spend all that time getting the wires hidden and thingied up the way to then eventually change these things out. It seems a little bit pointless. I will try and maybe faff with them a little bit and make them look a little bit neater when I'm starting to come in here a bit more often, because you see I haven't really spent much time in here lately. But that's the thing of it, guys. Anyway, that's me, Bear Nerdy Off, and I'm out of here.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,